right, we'll go ahead and clear that. And now bring the scoreboard up. Okay, let's go ahead and give this old deaf guy a little bit more. So here we go. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another presentation of Southwest Conference Girls Basketball right here on TableRockSports.net. We're getting set to bring you the South Eugene Axe versus the host, Grants Pass Cavers. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. Jim McCoy along with Colby Cummings on the camera, bringing you all the sights and sounds of today's ball game. We've got the number 18 Cavers with a conference record of 2-2, and the Axe, they sit with an identical mark right here in the middle of the conference. So right here, golden opportunity to get over the 500 mark and see if we can't make some headway. I also want to let you know that coming up later on, we'll also have the boys game that is scheduled to take place at 3 o'clock. Coming into the action today, the Cavers coming in with a 30-point victory over Grants Pass last night. The margin on that, 54-24. Meanwhile, the last game for South Eugene found them falling to Sheldon by 8, 48-40. Overall, the Axe are 4-11 on the year. The Cavers come in at 9-6. You look at the rosters. One thing stands out real quickly is this Cavers team is a young team. Just one senior, Anna Toby, the 6'1 forward, is the lone senior on this Grants Pass squad. Looking over at the South Eugene side of things, a little bit more experience there. 4 players are in their final year of play. But yeah, we're getting right into that meat of the schedule right now. Basically, from where we sit today at February 5th, we're just about 3 weeks out from the end of the regular season, and then you have these teams now jockeying for playoff position. Today's game is brought to you by our regional sponsors, including Sherm's Thunderbird and Food for Less, John L. Scott Real Estate, and Travel Medford, and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission. Great partners in keeping high school athletics streaming for you. Hey, for those of you who played the game and still love it, I want to let you know there's opportunity coming up. The Oregon Athletic Officials Association and the OSAA, they're looking for umpires in baseball and softball. Register at osaa.org/officials. Click on the registration tab. Becoming a high school official has several benefits, including staying involved. Stick around. We've got action coming up for you between the Cavers and the Axe. That'll follow these messages on TableRockSports.net.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
At 3 o'clock, Carter's campaign for class president will go live. His platform?
Thirsty for change?
Juice boxes for all. At 4, Liz will bid online and win.
Yes! Yes!
Which is why at 2, I'm down the street preparing for the storm. So no matter what, the show will go on.
Daily adventures start right here at Pinnacle 365. You'll find exactly what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with crispy, crunchy chickens, mouth-watering chicken, and chicken tenders. Wherever your next adventure takes you, we're here to keep you energized throughout the day. And our New Peak Rewards program helps you save money on fuel so you can travel further for less. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.
Welcome back to the Heater Newman Gymnasium in Grants Pass. Jim McCoy along with Colby Cummings. Let's meet the starting lineups.
Sophomore number 31, Abby Piper. The head coach of the Axe is Cash O'Brien, assistant coach is Kiana Brown. Now we'd like to turn to the starting five here at Grants Pass, Lady Taylor. 5'6" sophomore number 2, Brooke Anderson.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The starting lineups for today's ball game between the Cavers and the South Eugene Axe. Can't think of a better place to be on a Saturday afternoon in early February than in the gym, watching a couple of teams tee it up and compete. The Cavers in their home white uniforms, the Axe in their road dark. Both teams with conference records of 2-2. Getting ready to jump it up at center court is Brooklyn Wakefield, 5'11" sophomore. And the Cavers will move from right to left from where we stand. Tip up in the air, controlled by South Eugene. Making a move to the hoop, shooting it. Shot rims off there by Aaliyah Harris. Rebound taken by Grants Pass. Cavers in the half court. Over there on the far right wing is Reagan Bruner. Shot up, a little bit short. Offensive rebound by Vainuku Johnson. Cavers keep the ball, making a move to the hoop, missing the shot. Brooklyn Wakefield. South Eugene out of backcourt. A little bit of backcourt pressure by the Cavers, applied by Sophie Mock. South looking inside, going to the paint. And it's broken up by Grants Pass. Bruner comes away with the carom. She'll move right. They'll dump it inside. Across the baseline from the corner, shot in and out by Bruner. Ball out of bounds. Last touched by South Eugene. Grants Pass riding a 2-game winning streak. They were also winners earlier against Marshfield. Shot from downtown, and that's off target. Rebound taken by Aaliyah Harris. Out of backcourt she goes. Feeds it, shooting from about 15. Shot off target by Avia Tugelder. Skip pass. Across it goes. Now they dump it inside. Looking for Mock. Last touch by South Eugene. Scoreless ball game. We're almost 2 minutes into this one. on the inbound. Anderson finds a target. Almost kind of cut it a little bit close there. Now she's got the ball. Passes over the corner to Bruner. Shooting from downtown. Nothing but glass. Wakefield. Rebound. Taken by Tugelder. Very quiet start to the game. Also like kind of a couple of wrestlers just circling each other and seeing who's going to make that first move. Whistle and a foul called. That will go against Sophie Mock for the 5'8 junior. That will be her first personal of the ball game. First team foul for the Cavers. Harris. Good act of hands defensively by Grants Pass. Tipped out of bounds. The Axe. Inbound. Just to our right. Harris gets a screen. Bounce pass over in the short corner. Feeds it underneath. They'll kick it back out. Shooting from downtown. In and out the shot goes for Kara Belenke-Boyd. Going quickly the other way with the left hand. Late attempt is no good by Anderson. Quickly out of backcourt. Here comes the Axe. Shooting from downtown. Shot rims off by Sophia Megert. So both teams a little cold to start the ball game. Now work defensively, taken away by the Axe, driving to the hoop, laying it up and in. Sophia Megert, senior guard, makes it a 2-0 ball game. Going the other way, quick shot by Grants Pass. From the corner there was Sophia Mock. South Eugene shot rolls off. Offensive rebound. Put back attempt there. Misses by Rowan Davis. But the post is fouled. She'll go to the free throw line. Call goes against Atiana Fainuku Johnson, her first personal of the ball game. It remains a 2-0 ball game. Now we're almost halfway through the first quarter of play. Second attempt on its way. Nothing but net. South Eugene with 3. Grants Pass yet to score. Viduko Johnson moves left, picks up her dribble, goes to Anderson. Anderson drives the paint. Will they count the basket? They will. Anderson with the hoop and the harm and an opportunity to tie up this game. Sudden turn of fortunes for the Cavers. Free throw attempt by Anderson is good, and that'll tie the ball game up. Substitution in the ball game for Grants Pass. Paige Pastrell into the ball game, 5'8 junior. Good defense there by Anderson. Anderson going hard to the hole. She scores. Well, Brooke Anderson taking things into her own hands here in the first quarter. She's got all 5 of the Cavers' 5 points in the ball game as they now lead by a deuce. Over in the corner, active defense by Grants Pass, but a nice little shot just inside the free throw line by Harris. And we have ourselves a tie ball game. Now firing from 3, shot a little bit long there by Mock. Out of backcourt is Harris. Ball's tipped around. Megert going to try to drive the baseline. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Cavers. So now things are starting to warm up a little bit. And a timeout called by the Axe. It's a tie ball game, as you can see on your John L. Scott scoreboard. Stick around. We've got more basketball action coming your way right here on TableRockSports.net.
Gather and memories are made. Tap Rock Northwest Grill.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring.
Back here at Heater Newman, South Eugene, Harris in the paint. And making a move to the hoop, called for a double dribble, however, is Kara Belinky-Boyd, and it will be Grants pass ball with 2:53 left to go here in the first quarter of play. I'm trying to think of how long it's been. It's been, Colby, it's been about 30 years since I've done a game in here, and it looked a lot different than it does today. They've done a real nice job with the renovations on it. But it's an indication of how old yours truly is getting. Great venue, friendly people here today. It's just been a real treat to be here for the first time in eons. Anderson, who has all 5 of Grants Pass's points, not able to connect there. Harris out of backcourt. The do-everything guard, her shot is good. She's fouled. She'll go to the line. Now, we have no idea because they don't give us heights on that. One of my pet peeves, it's like, you know, they think they're keeping a secret from you by not telling you how tall the other people are. It's like I can look at you and say, you're tall, or no, you're not tall. And Harris, though, you can tell she's definitely the go-to player on this South Eugene squad and has been key so far in the start that the Axe are off to in this ball game as they lead by 2. Swing the ball around the horn. Anderson going to make a move to the hoop. Her shot short. Grabbing the rebound underneath is Stella Lucas. Quickly up the floor they go. Lucas has the basketball. Fires from the corner of the free throw line. Her shot off target. And the rebound taken by Wakefield. Meanwhile, shot from distance for the Cavers. Won't go. Rebound by Lucas. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Grants Pass. No, it's a really nice atmosphere here. And they were kind of up here in the, well, I don't think you'd really call it a mezzanine, but we're up here on a kind of a landing set up off the floor, but still gives you that feeling of being right down in the action. And then also adding to the atmosphere is the Grants Pass Pep Band, which just listening to those guys play is worth the price of admission. Feed goes inside. Foul called as Galloway goes to the hoop. And that'll go against Wakefield. For the Cavers, that's their 4th team foul, the first personal for Wakefield. First free throw attempt is good. South Eugene up by 3. Vainuku Johnson back into the ball game. Second attempt. That one goes. South Eugene up by 4 with 1:13 to go, and they've got some backcourt pressure. And we have Mia Thompson hustling, trying to get the basketball. Looked like they had that press beat. But they turn it over. Mission accomplished for the Axe. And they get the ball back. Feed it inside. You could see there Galloway looking inside for Avia Tugelder. But it goes out of bounds. It'll be Grant's pass ball. And again, we see that backcourt pressure. And that's kind of one of the things you do. I know working with my 6th grade team, now they're not allowed at that level, in the small school level, to do a full court press, but you do see some half court pressure. One of the key things you do in busting a press is you get a person in the middle and a person on the ball side up the sideline and right there in the middle and gets hacked. Vanuco Johnson's going to pull up and shoot. Her shot a little bit short. Tries to get her own rebound, but it goes out of bounds. So with 43 seconds left to go on the first, it's South Eugene basketball and an opportunity to extend their 4-point lead. Lucas looking inside, and with a move to the hoop, that's Galloway. Foul called underneath. That's going to go against Wakefield. Wakefield with her second personal foul of the ball game. And Galloway will return to the charity stripe. First attempt. Hits the back iron, gets the friendly roll. Some circles, we call that the Boston bounce. The old Boston Garden rims that, maybe if you didn't clank it too hard, you might still have a shot at it. And there goes the second. Also, I heard that was the home to the coldest visitor locker rooms in the entire NBA. The legends of basketball. And there goes Nuka Johnson. She kisses that one off the window for 2. And the Cavers draw within 4. 10 seconds left to go in the opening frame. Spin around and going is Harris. She'll move to her left. There you can tell, very comfortable there. And now time runs out on the first quarter of play. It took them a while to get going, but these last several moments have been very entertaining. And what you have is, on your John L. Scott scoreboard, the Axe leading by 4. We'll be back following these messages on TableRockSports.net.
See it on national TV all the time. They tell us that funerals can average between 7,000 and 10,000.
The Start Something New sales event is going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokee L 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is MotorTrend's back-to-back 3-peat Truck of the Year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. Get a Start Something New deal on every new vehicle in stock, only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Back here at Heater Newman, Jim McCoy along with Colby Cummings as we get started in the second quarter of play. That Caver lineup for you. We've got Thompson in there along with Anderson. Number 11 is... that one. Rolls around and off. But number 11 for Grant's pass is Sophie Mock. Quickly going the other way. Her opposite number is Aaliyah Harris. And now we have a rebound by Grant's pass, Anna Toby in the ball game. The lone senior on this Grant's pass team. Mock going to shoot from distance. Nice long rebound there by Toby. And the kick out to Anderson, and the Cavers a little cold to start this ball game. They're getting good looks, they're just not getting them to go. South Eugene basketball. Pass into the high post. And kicking it out. Driving to the hoop is Kelper. And the bank is open on Saturday. 13-7 ball game. Make that an I instead of an L, so that's Abby Kuiper. My apologies to you, Axe fans, listening down along the way, watching today's action. Vanuku Johnson, skip pass over to Anderson, and she buries it. That'll catch you up in a hurry, and now it's the Cavers within 3. South Eugene out of backcourt. Try to work it in, and bowling pins over in the corner. And a timeout called by the Axe. We'll go ahead and keep it right here and just remind you that for almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, and business needs. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. By the way, we also want to say thank you to the over 100 new YouTube subscribers. We want you to join our team, and you can do that by going to the Table Rock Sports page at youtube.com and click on the red subscribe button. It's great. I love it. I can be here on my iPhone, and maybe a lot of times you'll find me on Friday nights or Wednesday nights covering Cascade Christian in the 3A ranks, and there'll be a game. Man, I wanted to go see that game, and it'll come up for on-demand viewing and kind of check and look and see how that all came out, and you gotta like that. Coming out of the timeout, Anderson draws the Cavers within 2, make that 1 now. Now, I'm not real sure. I mean, that by all indications would be a technical foul. Usually, you would expect if a coach gets teed up or something like that, you're going to see some gesticulations and a lot of stuff. I didn't catch all that, but at the end of the day, for you Caver fans, what you need to know is that little display of free throw shooting there by Anderson. Get your team within 1, 13-12 ball game. Shot from the baseline, opportunity to tie it up, but Thompson can't connect. Pass quickly up the floor. Harris going inside, bounce pass, and shooting from the baseline. Shot no good. Vanuku Johnson with the rebound. Pass on the near side. Now Toby has it. Defensive disruption by South Eugene. The Grants Pass Cavers come up a little short on that opportunity. Meanwhile, shot off target, but an offensive putback. And it's Galloway putting the Axe up by 3. 5:37 to go in the half. Going the other way, Vanuku Johnson, shot rims off. And out of backcourt come the Axe. Pass inside. Foul called underneath. And that's going to go against Anna Toby. That'll be her first personal of the ball game. 16 fouls for the Cavers. Checking back in to the Grants Pass lineup, we have Wakefield also in the ball game. Back in the ball game is Mia Thompson, number 3. Nice little backdoor pass. And there's Harris trying to get it out. Shot by Megger is short, and Grants Pass comes away with it. Anderson looking for it. Vanuku Johnson swings it up top. Looking inside. Shot just a little too hard off the glass there by Mock. And we have a foul along the far baseline. And they're going to go ahead and call that one against Tatiana Vainuku-Johnson. 5'7" sophomore. That is her second personal of the ball game. And that puts South Eugene in the bonus. Vainuku-Johnson, a little bit of foul trouble now. And so she'll go ahead and go and take a seat on the Caver bench. Harris goes to the free throw line. First free throw attempt is good. South Eugene lead now 4 with 4:35 to go in the half. Second attempt, that one just a little bit long. Mock with the long rebound. Gives it up for Anderson. Little shake and bake. The runner by Anderson is good. As the Cavers pull within 2. Meanwhile, Harris has a target across the paint, trying to get the basketball over to Rowan Davis. South Eugene will keep the rock. Dribbling, making a move to the hoop. And a foul called against the Cavers, much to the chagrin of Coach Scott Wakefield. And that's 3 fouls on Brooklyn Wakefield. Sophia Meggert makes it a 3-point game with a conversion. Another one coming. Senior guard, 2 for 2 on that trip to the free throw line, and the South Eugene lead is now 4. Backcourt pressure by the Axe. Anderson gets it out. Drives hard to the hole. Shot there. Nice feed. Nice finish. Paige Pastrell makes it a 2-point game. Going the other way, Harris shot just a little bit too much English on it. That comes out to Thompson. Guard-to-guard exchange. Anderson with it now. Feeds it to Bruner at the free throw line. Now over in the corner, shooting it from downtown. Shot short by Pastrell. Harris getting a lot of defensive attention right now. And a 3-second in the key call against the Axe. So with a bucket, Grants Pass can tie it. With a 3, they can go ahead. They'll swing it around. Anderson going to shoot from distance. That one in and out. Long rebound comes out to Meggert. Harris, her 15-footer no good. And then as you had Bruner and Davis fighting for it, it was last touched by Grants Pass. Inbound to Kuiper. She'll set a screen now. Harris on the drive, going to pull up, shoot. Her shot a little bit long. Anderson tries to save it. And getting there, very timely play there by Mock. She goes to the hole, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves a tie ball game. Been a very competitive first half, all throughout. Nobody gaining a clear advantage at this point in the ball game. That call going to go against Sophie Mock out high. That'll be her second personal. Now that's 9 team fouls, so we're closing in on the double bonus. Meggert at the free throw line. First free throw attempt puts South Eugene back on top by 1. And now substitution in the ball game, Paige Bettinson. Second attempt on its way. That one's good. South Eugene up by 2 with 1:54 left to go in the first half of play. And a foul on the backcourt. And that will go against Kara Belenke-Boyd. For her, it's her first, and South Eugene, if they need it, with fouls to give. Swinging around, Anderson. She spins, tries to shake the defender Harris, but she goes toe-to-toe with her. Mock. Bruner, jumper from the free throw line. That one, a little off target. Battle for the rebound. Harris has it. Can't quite catch up to it. You could see she wanted to try to do the one-hand snare and then maybe make a move to the hoop, but it didn't quite work out. Backcourt pressure by South Eugene. Anderson gets it across the timeline. Now we go. Press broken and the game tied. There with the make is Mia Thompson. Meggert starts to drive against Mock. Shot off target. Bodies fall to the floor. That sounded kind of painful. Last touched by Grant's pass. South Eugene will inbound underneath their own basket. Belenke-Boyd with the inbound. She finds Harris. Harris gets behind the defender and makes her pay. 22-20 with 47 seconds left to go in the half. A little bit of trapping action, and now Mock's going to fire from downtown. Her shot no good. Offensive rebound, however, by Thompson. Now Bruner's going to try it. Bruner knocks it down. Knotted up at 22 all. 21 seconds and counting left to go in the first half of play. Both teams at 2-2 in Southwest Conference play and playing like two very evenly matched teams. Meggert, 6 seconds now. Good defense by the Cavers. Meggert's going to penetrate, and her shot goes. They'll count it. So South Eugene gets a late bucket from Meggert, and that gives South Eugene a 2-point lead at the half. It's halftime. And your score, it's Grants Pass, 22, South Eugene, 24. We'll take a timeout, and then we'll be back with the Medford Parks and Rec halftime report coming up on TableRockSports.net.
Life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
From the moment you enter the court. We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official when I was a senior in high school, 17 years old. I think it's the best decision I've made. You could play, and you could make extra money on the weekends on the side, and why not?
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and young athletes who can translate those skills to officiating.
So much of officiating is not necessarily what you do on the court. It's how you conduct business off the court as well. Being an official, sure, it's not easy.
And if it wasn't for those difficulties, I don't think I would be where I'm at, because it helped me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
Our halftime update is brought to you by the Medford Parks and Recreation Department. The Winter Recreation Guide is out with sports leagues and activities. To sign up for now, visit playmedford.com or call 774-2400 to learn more. Well, keep it at tablerocksports.net this afternoon. Coming up at 3 o'clock, we'll have the Grants Pass and South Eugene boys. They're out on the floor warming up right now and getting ready for that ball game. That's going to get started at 3 o'clock. Meanwhile, here, very competitive ball game between the Axe and the Cavers, 24-22. It took a few minutes to get these two teams to get going. South Eugene a little bit cold. Grants Pass, probably by even their most ardent fans' estimation, ice cold to start the ball game, but once they got it going, it's been a very hard-fought, very competitive game. The game's gone back and forth. Nobody with a real clear advantage, but at this point, South Eugene perhaps a little bit of momentum in their favor at this juncture of the ball game, and they find themselves leading by 2 at halftime. A lot of that driven by the play of Aaliyah Harris. The junior guard also be remiss if I didn't mention, of course, the exploits of Sophia Megert, but a really good, strong, solid first half by these two squads trying to fight their way up in the Southwest Conference standings. Well, stick around. We'll be bringing you second half action, and looks like this game I'm expecting in the second half will be as competitive as the first. Right now, it's the Axe 24, the Cavers 22. We'll be back in 2 minutes here at TableRockSports.net.
Game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K. Whether it's some Monday motivation to kickstart your day, adding some crunch to your lunch, or fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
You're a coach, or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guys! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed. From the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Our Medford Parks and Rec halftime report is going on right now here at TableRockSports.net. Little Hoopsters beginning basketball programs have winter and spring sessions coming up. Visit PlayMedford.com to get your Little Hoopster in the game. The Grants Pass girls back out on the court, warming up, getting ready for the start of the second half. Action coming up for them. They'll be at home once again coming up here on the 11th. They're going to have a few days to cool their heels a little bit, and then they'll go up against Sheldon, a team that they lost to back on January 20th. And then for South Eugene, they'll have about a 6-day stretch off. Then they'll take on the North Medford Black Tornado, who are always tough. But unfortunately for South Eugene, they'll be taking on the Black Tornado at home. 2:38 left to go at halftime. Your John L. Scott scoreboard. The South Eugene Axe, 24. The Grants Pass Cavers, 22. The Cavers, number 18 in the Oregon 6A power rankings. South Eugene at 34, but playing like a team much higher in the rankings this afternoon. Look forward to seeing what the second half holds in store. Halftime is brought to you by PlayMedford.com, where classes and activities for the entire family are available. Registration for winter and spring are happening now. Sign up at PlayMedford.com or call the Santos Center at 774-2400. Jim McCoy along with Colby Cummings here. We're getting ready for the start of the second half. Invite you to stick around. It's going to be a good one. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
The President's Day event is going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokee L4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. Get a President's Day event deal all month long on every new vehicle in stock. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Time is a good time to plan your funeral, except at the time of the funeral. At Conger Morris, we know that there are so many advantages to planning ahead. It eases the burden on our families at their worst time. Pre-planning also alleviates their stress. We'll always be there.
The Grants Pass Pep Band doing their thing at halftime, and hear the buzzer sound as we get ready for the start of the second half. Going to try to call up here some 6A action from last night, but and taking a look at some of the games here locally. It was South Medford really taking it to North Medford last night, 81-21, and these same Cavers, a rare back-to-back affair where they played last night, defeated Roseburg by 30, and now here they are today. Back in action once again. But it does give you a little bit of a feel for how it would be like at the tournament, where you're going to play on consecutive days. Shot by Bruner, misses to open the second half. Harris will take the ball out of backcourt. Harris to Meggert. They'll feed it inside. Bounce pass across the paint. And the shot good by Abby Kuiper. And the South Eugene lead is now 4. Going quickly the other way, it's Mock with the basketball. Shoots that one hard off the glass. She's fouled. And that's going to go. Mock. First free throw attempt. And I tell you what, a lot of bounce to the ounce on these rims here in Grants Pass. I was noticing the same thing as watching shots over on the other opposite end of the floor in the first half. Second attempt. That one's good. And that draws the Cavers within 3. Harris gets the screen from Meggert. Meggert going to fire from the top of the key. Shot no good. Offensive rebound. Put back attempt no good by Kuiper. It's bouncing around and Anderson takes it out of backcourt. Anderson going to glide to the hole. Her shot is good. Anderson saw that opening and she took it and she draws Grants Pass within 1. Meanwhile, going the other way, shot by Meggert. Hard off the window. Anderson, the runner, that one goes. Grants Pass on top. Meanwhile, Meggert being hassled out of backcourt, gets it up the floor for Harris. See, these two guards almost interchangeable in terms of ball handling duties. That always makes it nice. Harris, top of the key, gets a screen from Kuiper. She'll drive to the hole, count the basket, and 1. That'll go against Brooke Anderson. That's her second foul of the ball game. Both teams with 1 apiece to open the second half. Free throw attempt, in and out. And it'll be Grants Pass basketball. Bruner in the backcourt there along with Anderson. And a steal by Meggert. Meggert saw that coming a mile away. She anticipated it. And a foul called against Mock. That'll be her 3rd personal foul of the ball game. So Grants Pass lead short-lived. Mock will now come out of the ball game with foul trouble, and into the ball game will be freshman Mia Thompson. Harris against Wakefield. Now bounce pass to Kuiper. Kuiper right of the paint. Spins, shoots her shot off target. Wakefield the rebound. Anderson up the floor she goes. Wakefield on the move. Anderson shakes the defender, shoots, and that shot rolls off to the left. And a rebound by Tugolder. (28-27). Harris making a move. She goes to the hole, shot just a little bit short. Ball tapped back out to Belenke Boyd. Now Harrison. Over in the corner, it goes to Tugolder. Now Meggert's going to set things up. We're almost midway through the third quarter of play. Harris. Tugolder. Bounce pass. Harris making a move to the hoop. And she kisses that off the window. 4-2. South Eugene up by 3. Backcourt pressure now applied by the Axe. Anderson. Bruner, Thompson goes inside for Vanuku Johnson. And an offensive foul called against Vanuku Johnson. That'll be her third personal foul of the ball game. That's 3 team fouls for the Cavers, who also have Mock in foul trouble with 3. And now they've got Paige Pastrell getting ready to check into the ball game. Tugolder. Meggert. She's going to drive, splits the difference, and she scores. Found that little seam between the defenders, is able to sneak that one through, and now South Eugene with, I believe, their biggest lead of the ball game. Meanwhile, Vanuku Johnson gets behind the defense, but Kuiper there to disrupt it. And I think if I'm the South Eugene Brain Trust, that's a foul I'll live with. Make them earn it at the free throw line. Vanuku Johnson. First attempt is good. She's got a nice touch. Now we got Galloway into the ball game. Vanuku Johnson, second attempt. That one off to the left. Looked like the Cavers might have it for a moment in there. And now it's tipped around. Thompson had a hand on it. It got tipped away, and they say it was last touch by Grants Pass. Pastrell. Timeout call. That'll give us an opportunity to recognize our sponsors. Stick around. We've got more coming your way on TableRockSports.net.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
South Eugene basketball here at Heater Newman Gymnasium. They got a 4-point lead here in the third. Probably be nice if I let the scoreboard reflect that. So there you go. Grants Pass coming away with the rebound. Skip pass broken up by Harris. Harris out of backcourt, drives to the hole, and she scores. Aaliyah Harris puts the Axe up by 6. And the foul called against Tugolder. That's her second personal foul of the ball game. Pastrell shoots from downtown. That shot just a little bit long. Ball bounces around. There's Meggert with it. Quickly up the floor she goes for Harris. Harris gets a screen from Meggert. Now bounce pass. And the shot by Galloway is good. Galloway gives the Axe their biggest lead of the ball game, as it's now 36-28. We have a foul called against South Eugene. For Meggert. That'll be her second personal of the ball game. Right now here in the second half, the Axe with 14 fouls, the Cavers with 3. Kuiper in the ball game for South Eugene, along with Galloway, Harris. Shot there by Wakefield off target. Now, or run out by Harris. Harris, long strides to the hole, or shot no good. Kuiper with a putback attempt. And a foul will be called against Anderson. Brooke Anderson trying to plead her case there, but to no avail. And a timeout called on the floor. John L. Scott scoreboard showing the Axe breaking things open here in the third, gaining a little bit of separation. With 1:42 to go in the third, it's 36-28. Today's game is brought to you in part by Avista Utilities and our friends from My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Morning motivation, crunch in your lunch, and fuel for your road trip begins with My Circle K. Today's game action is brought to you by Schlesinger and de Villeneuve attorneys with practices throughout Southern Oregon and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful and civil behavior at our sporting events. And I would say everybody's been true to that so far this afternoon. Hotly contested ball game, but no real emotions boiling over. Maybe a few minor protestations here and there, but nothing super serious. Right now, South Eugene with an opportunity to add to their 8-point lead. Kuiper at the free throw line. First free throw attempt, off the glass. And it remains an 8-point ball game. She'll have a second attempt coming, and that one's no good. Rebound taken out of backcourt by Anderson. Wakefield, Bruner, back out to Anderson. Mock with the basketball. Now Wakefield trying to make a move. A good defense there by Stella Lucas. Ball lost out of bounds. It'll go to South Eugene, and it's been that kind of third quarter for the Axe as everything is coming up Millhouse for them here in the third. Meggert gets a screen from Kuiper. Lucas, Kuiper down inside. Little too much mustard on the fastball, and it goes out of bounds. Little discussion going on between the stripes. And after the two officials that are part of this three-man crew discuss it, it will remain South Eugene ball. Lucas with the inbound. Meggert. Skip pass over to Harris. Lucas to Kuiper. Bounce pass now over, and the shot by Galloway. She can't connect. Anderson out of backcourt. Long skip pass over for Mock. And as Harris works on the defense there, she is whistled for the personal foul. That's just her second of the ball game with 32 seconds left to go in the third. So she's still got some wiggle room left. Wakefield sets the screen. Anderson. Her lefty spinning shot no good, but Anderson there with a steal. Shooting from downtown. That's Mock. She can't get the shot to go. Anderson gets another look. Splash. 6-point ball game at 36-30. 4 seconds left to go. Wakefield with the steal quickly up the floor. Pass just a little bit too long, and that will end the third quarter of play. We've got 24 minutes of basketball in the book, and it is the Axe up by 6. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on TableRockSports.net.
At 3 o'clock, Carter's campaign for class president will go live. His platform?
Thirsty for change?
Juice boxes for all. At 4, Liz will bid online and win.
Yes! Yes!
Which is why at 2, I'm down the street preparing for the storm. So no matter what, the show will go on.
Daily adventures start right here at Pinnacle 365. You'll find exactly what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with crispy, crunchy chicken's mouth-watering chicken and chicken tenders. Wherever your next adventure takes you, we're here to keep you energized throughout the day. And our new Peak Rewards program helps you save money on fuel so you can travel further for less. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.
You know, that's not just not fair. You see that Circle K commercial during the timeout, and it just makes you remember that you haven't eaten your lunch yet. And we've got another game coming up. But I did notice on the way in, because you kind of notice these things if you like to eat as much as I do, that there's a My Circle K just down the street from Grants Pass High School. And, of course, they're part of the sponsorship team here for TableRockSports.net, and we appreciate it. Fourth quarter action here. Axe leading by 6. And we have a whistle, NFL called against Grants Pass. That's going to go against Thompson. That'll be her first foul of the ball game. Both teams now with 5 team fouls. South Eugene will inbound next to the scorer's table. Harris. Meggert, her shot a little bit long. Rebound taken by Mock and the Cavers. Round the horn they go. Long skip pass. Anderson has an open look. She buries it. Grants Pass within 4 with 7:03 left to go in the ball game. Still anybody's contest. Kuiper. Pass broken up there by Mock. Wakefield there. And that's a heads-up play right there by Wakefield. Closing in on the jump ball. Kind of just being aware of things. And so she manages to hang on, get the timeout called, and they'll keep possession of the basketball. And an opportunity to get just a little bit closer. Hey, I want to remind you that you fans watching who played high school sports or beyond, we need you back in the game as an official. There's a critical need in all sports right now. Go to osaa.org and click on the blue Become an Official button to learn more. We hope to see you back out on the court soon. And that's especially the case for those of you who are aficionados of the game of baseball or softball. Opportunities there, and they're looking for it right away. Nice way to pick up a little bit of spending money, maybe a little bit of mad money for vacations. Grants Pass now with the ball. Wakefield. Anderson off the cross-court pass. Wakefield going to drive. And she travels. Grants Pass, unable to capitalize here. South Eugene will now look to extend their lead. Get some separation here with 6:26 to go in the ball game. Harris, I tell you, to me, for girls basketball, if you want to talk about somebody that I think really fits the bill as a 2-guard, it would have to be Aaliyah Harris. I like just that, she's got a nice combination of length, some athleticism, some basketball skill. Meggert drives to the hole. Harris and Meggert make a nice combination. You see a lot of good things out of this South Eugene squad. Like I say, I don't think this record that they have currently on the season is really indicative of what they can play. It looked like they just had a really rough stretch going back in December. Of course, some of it, who knows what all the stories are unless you follow them day in and day out, but they dropped games to Willamette, South Salem, Summit, Churchill, and Silverton. But they're doing a decent job of league play, and if they can hold on here, they will go up to 3-2 and put themselves in the thick of things in the Southwest Conference race. Aduku Johnson, who's back in the ball game, she's had to sit out an extended period of time due to foul trouble, but we have a foul called against Kuiper. That'll be her second personal foul. Both teams with 6. First free throw attempt is good. Moran's pass within 3. Wakefield going to come out of the ball game, and Anna Toby, the lone senior for Grants Pass, checks in. We have a truckload of substitutions coming in for South Eugene. Tugler, Belenke Boyd back in the ball game, among others, which you can read as code for I didn't get them all. Grants Pass within 2. 5:42 to go. Tugler for Harris. She'll go ahead and drive to the hoop. Picks up her dribble. Toby there with some good defense. Kuiper, however, opportunity. Can't get it to go. Vanuku Johnson there with the rebound. Gets it to Anderson out of backcourt. Anderson drives the baseline. The little runner rims off. Vanuku Johnson there with the putback attempt, and she scores. She ties up the game and now has the opportunity to put the Cavers ahead with 4:58 to go. Tugler, her third personal of the ball game. Free throw attempt. That one's short. Kuiper with the rebound. Now this is getting interesting. Meggert feeds it back for Harris. Harris picks up a head of steam, gets it to Tugler. And just as Vanuku Johnson tried to get the rebound, Meggert's there to try to make a play on the ball. Nonetheless, Grants Pass gets it back with 4:30 to go in the ball game. Quickly up the floor it goes. Mock with it. Pulls up inside the top of the key. Anderson. Her shot from downtown short. Harris now going to drive to the hoop. She lays it up and in. Aaliyah Harris gets the Axe back on top. Meanwhile, Mock with the basketball. She's going to drive, gets a screen. Shot no good, but Toby's there with the offensive rebound. She'll now go ahead and fight and struggle to try to go to the hoop, and she can't get it to go. Meanwhile, Harris out of backcourt. You can see there Coach Tosh O'Brien trying to direct traffic. Pass over from Meggert. Tugler. Harris going to drive. And she split the seam and puts the Axe up by 4. 3:18 left to go in the ball game. She somehow managed to work through that double team and took it home. Anderson, it's good. Anderson with the triple, and the Cavers are within 1, not going away. Meanwhile, the Axe try to answer. Tuglery down on the low post, and it is broken up. Great play there by Anderson. And Grants Pass. Coach Wakefield and his charges, they're going to talk things over. We'll take a timeout. And when we return, we've got more action coming your way on TableRockSports.net. Don't you dare go away.
Tap Rock Northwest Grill.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Sherm's Thunderbird Market has been serving Southern Oregon for over 50 years. We are thankful and proud to be able to say that our employees are like family, and we certainly couldn't serve Southern Oregon so well without them.
I love my job, and what better place to work than for the people who care about you and your community.
We really are treated more like family rather than just employees.
Our loyal customers make my job fun and more enjoyable.
Sherm's is now hiring. Go to our website to see what positions are available.
Back at Heater Newman Memorial Gymnasium in Grants Pass. 1-point ball game. Shooting from downtown is Wakefield. Shot no good, but Anderson with a weak side rebound. Bring it back out top. Bruner with it. Wakefield. Anderson against Meggert. Wakefield has a look. Shot just a little bit long. Ball tipped around. Fortuitous bounce for the Cavers. Mock with the basketball. She drives. She goes to the hole. That shot just a little bit short. Didn't quite get enough lift on it. And the Axe come away leading by 1. 1:51 left to go in the ball game. Shooting from about 15. Rowan Davis can't get it to go. Cavers down by 1. They've got it. Axe with really good defense last go around. Bruner going to shoot from the baseline. That shot a little bit long. Mock collects it. Anderson, Vanuku Johnson at the free throw line. Jump ball the called, and on the alternating possession, the Cavers keep it. Vanuku Johnson, I think she was trying to maybe lobby for a foul call there, but it's going to be a jump ball, and fortunately for her team, they get to hang on to it. Anderson with the inbound. Up top it goes. Anderson going to shoot. Anderson scores! Brooke Anderson with another triple, and the Cavers go up by 2 with 1:04 left to go. Now time for a stop if you're a Caver fan. And this Axe team with plenty of people they can go to. Meggert with it. Tries to kick it out. He ends up going out of bounds. She was looking for Harris. And now the Cavers will inbound, but they're going to have backcourt pressure. They're going to inbound on the side. Vanuku Johnson takes the inbound. And a foul called against the Axe. Foul called against Kara Belinky-Boyd, junior guard. That will be, actually they're going to call that against Harris. It'll be her third personal foul. Timeout called on the floor. 40.7 seconds left to go in the ball game. And this one's going to go right down to the wire. Stick around. In about 15 minutes or so, it'll be the boys taking their turn. They got next. It'll be the Cavemen versus the Axe in 6A boys basketball action. One of the players we'll get to see for Grants Pass. As of at least Tuesday night, he was the leading scorer in the Southwest Conference. And the player for Grants Pass I'm talking about is Dylan Neufeld, the 6-foot senior guard. So that's going to be a fun game to watch. Be my first opportunity to get a look at either one of these teams for the season. Right here, though. 2-point lead, 40 seconds left. A one-score ball game. And at the free throw line, it is Tatiana Vainuko-Johnson. 5'7" sophomore at the free throw line. 40.7 seconds to go. Can she extend the lead? Let's see. First free throw attempt. Nothing but net. Caver lead is now 3. She can make it a 2-possession game right here, barring the dreaded 4-point play on the other end. And she makes it a 4-point game. Now Vainuko-Johnson's going to come out. So a little platooning by Coach Wakefield here late in the ball game. Thompson in the ball game, along with Bruner, Mock, Anderson, and Wakefield. Meggert with the basketball, gets a screen from Harris. She'll shoot from long range, and she gets it to go. So now with 28.9 left to go, we have ourselves a 1-point ball game. The Cavers with the lead and the ball. Make sure to pay a visit to Tap Rock Northwest Bar and Grill on the banks of the Rogue River. And that's include that on your next trip to Grants Pass. First-class food and service awaits you. The gem of the Thomason Hospitality Group, Tap Rock. Buzzer rings, 28.9 seconds to go. You know Grants Pass is going to see some pressure here. You know there's some discussion on the Axe bench about who to foul, if anybody. Pretty good group of shooters for Grants Pass out there. So you're thinking, go for the takeaway first. Bruner with it. And a timeout called. You could see right there, Bruner's looking for somebody, but no opening, so the defense good. South Eugene succeeding with their backcourt pressure, forcing the Cavers to burn a timeout. 28.9 seconds to go. Both teams gathered at their respective benches. Today's game is brought to you by our regional sponsors, including Sherm's Thunderbird and Food for Less, John L. Scott Real Estate, and Travel Medford, and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission. Great partners in keeping high school athletics streaming for you. This one going down to the wire. This is the kind of game it's been all throughout. There was a point in time where South Eugene owned an 8-point lead, but the Cavers doing a good job of fighting their way back into this one. And it's been that kind of nip and tuck ball game. Substitution in. Davis comes out for South Eugene. In is Stella Lucas. So she's in there along with Kuiper and Malinky Boyd, Harris, and Meggert. Grants Pass has Bruner, Anderson, Vainuko-Johnson. Also in is Wakefield and Mock. Quick little discussion here between the official and Coach O'Brien. Bruner gets it in for Anderson, tipped away. It'll remain Grants Pass ball. So that burned about a half a second off the clock. And they'll try it again. Anderson, long pass down the floor to Vanuku Johnson. Vanuku Johnson goes to the hole. She is fouled. Foul called against Stella Lucas, the senior guard. Vanuku Johnson, with 25 seconds left, those will be a couple of important free throws here. That's 19 fouls now for South Eugene. Vanuku Johnson makes it a 2-point game. Vanuku Johnson has come up big here in the fourth quarter with some clutch free throw shooting. She gets another. It's on its way, and it is good. Still a one-score game. Vanuku Johnson will come out on the platoon, and coming in for Mia Thompson. Thompson, a little bit more wiggle room in the foul department if need be. Meggert going to shoot from long range. Her shot no good. Wakefield with the rebound. Bruner, and a quick foul with 13 seconds left. That'll put Grants Pass in the double bonus. And now at the free throw line is Reagan Bruner. Bruner, a 5'9" junior swingman. First free throw attempt, a little bit long and flat. It remains a 3-point ball game, but she's got another coming. Second one goes. And Grants Pass going to call a timeout. We will take one as well. But we'll be right back for you with more in 30 seconds on TableRockSports.net.
Time is a good time. We'll always be there.
Back here at Heater Newman Memorial Gymnasium, Grants Pass, South Eugene, hook up, providing great action for the entertainment dollar here, as we've had a close one from buzzer to buzzer, and this isn't over yet. It's a 4-point game. Short of a 4-point play, made 3 and a foul on it, which that's in the hands of the Grants Pass defense. That's certainly something you want to avoid. So the power to Grants Pass right now. But you want to be smart here with 9 seconds remaining. Harris, you know she's going to have it. Meggert, too. She shakes the defender. She shoots. Her shot just a little bit off to the left, no good. Mock. And that will wrap up the ball game. They had to work to get it, but the Grants Pass Cabers raised their record to 10-6 overall on the season and 3-2 in Southwest Conference play as they defeat the South Eugene Axe by a score of 47-43. With that, the Axe fall to 4-12. And I tell you what, folks, for you fans watching up in Eugene, this is not a 4-12 team. This is a really good basketball team, and they're gonna have some opportunities to, if not be a contender down the stretch, definitely make things interesting and maybe play a spoiler role down the stretch. So they go to 2-3 in conference play. The boys team out on the floor warming up. So what this is going to do, this will give us a chance to wrap things up here, switch gears, and get ready. They've got the clock set at 20 minutes for warm-up time. So as it stands right now, for you fans of both squads and the boys basketball department, it's 3:11 right now. Looks like we should be looking at a 3:30 start for this game. Thanks for joining us today. Along with Colby Cummings, and I'm Jim McCoy. Thank you for joining us, and turn right around and watch the boys game coming up here on TableRockSports.net.